Kenny, I know the mantra is always sort of one game at a time, but how nice would it be to build up some head of steam this weekend ahead of some really difficult fixtures coming up as well?
Well, we can look forward to this one as a game where we've got a good win last week. We want to definitely need to back it up. There's at the moment we're a draw, a win. If you're going to have any kind of success and have a good league position coming in the year, we're going to have to put a run of wins together. I think we've won 2 games in a row 3 times this year, I think. So we need to put a good 4 or 5 game winning streak together, and it's what a fantastic opportunity to go and do it over the next 4 or 5 games.
It's been a long time since Rangers went to Firhill in the league. What are your memories of going there?
I don't think I've been there actually. I don't think I have been there. We played in a friendly last year, and we played them in the cup a few years back, but I never played. It was a fantastic goal for Boydie that night, I think, and Pedro scored the winner. So I don't think we've actually been there on league duty yet. So no, looking forward to it. Like I say, it's an opportunity for us to get another win after a good win last week, and like you say, build some momentum going into a crucial period this year.
When you're going away to these places like Dingwall last time out, Firhill this time, are you having to find new solutions to kind of break down and combat what the teams are doing?
Listen, it's not any different that we face most weeks. I mean, I think it's no surprise how we're going to play. To be honest, it's no surprise how teams line up against us. So it's about us finding the answers, finding the solutions to break them down. But to be honest, we have done, even at Dingwall, as much as we're probably off our game a wee bit, but we should have been 2 or 3 up. There's no doubt about it. That was more playing on their mistakes than anything else, I thought. But we should have made more of the opportunities we had in that first half. And had we got that second goal, I think that would have been went a long way for us getting the 3 points on that day. So we need to definitely put a string of wins together. Yeah.
The manager was talking about teams are playing 3 at the back now, and it's the latest trend.
Yeah.
Does that make it more? There's obviously a way that this team has played for the last 18 months. Have you had to adapt in any way, or kind of take a second glance at it without changing it?
I think that back 3 will become a back 5 the majority of times once the game gets underway. But listen, it's just another way. I mean, if that's the case and that's the way teams line up, then we're going to have players in positions elsewhere that are going to be available to go and hurt teams. And at the weekend it was potentially our fullbacks were getting a lot of the ball, a lot of time on the ball. So it's about us using that, maximising it and finding ways maybe to drag them out and maybe find other openings. But the way we play is not any different. And as much as we scored a last minute goal at the weekend, we had some good chances within that game, and it was probably dominating a performance as we've seen. Quite similar to the Kilmarnock game at home 2 weeks before that, to be honest, where at least we got the 2 goals in the first half in that game. I thought we should have had at least a goal in the first half of the Dundee game there. So listen, we'll no change. It's about us finding the answers and listen, always looking to improve.
I can't imagine there's many grounds you've not been to. Did you play at Firhill with Hibs?
Honestly, I can't even remember. We probably did, and I think we played there in the season we got relegated with Hibs, but I can't really remember it.
It's one for the collectors, I guess.
That is, like I said, league duty. I don't think I've been there before.
You must have scored just about every other ground in Scotland at some point.
Maybe in the reserves or something. I have scored there. I'm not sure, but no. Honestly, I cannot remember going. I can't remember playing it at Firhill.
Jenny, you mentioned the different formations that a lot of teams line up with 3 centre defenders. Is that a guy who's gone through his coaching badges? Is it something that makes you think about more than you would have done when you were younger as well?
No, definitely. I mean, you start to think about certain ways of playing. If you were the manager, certain ways you can combat it when you see other teams playing a certain way. But again, like for us, I'm a big believer in what we're trying to do. I really buy into what the manager and Davey are trying to get us to do, and it's boring and we keep saying it every week, but we do need to do what we do better. I mean, if we're wanting to win leagues over the next few years, we're going to need to play better, more consistently and quicker. I mean, again, when you watch the games, I mean, we do analysis of the games every day, and you see the good results and the good performances, and then you put them against not so good results and not so good performances. What jumps off the screen is the tempo and movement, how quickly we pass, and the amount of touches that each player's taking on the ball is limited. So it's all there for us. We know what we need to do to play well and have a good performance and give ourselves the best possible chance of winning a game. It's about when you cross that white line, the individual players carrying it out, and that's where we need to find it as an individual and as a team. We need to be better and more consistent.
Does that simplify it for you as players? Because if you know what you've got to do, you've got examples of what you've done. How
Listen,
you've
we use the game, and we don't like looking back. We used the game against Celtic as an example. We went into that game knowing exactly what we were going to do. As players, we talked about it going into the game. We knew what we were going to be facing, and we knew what we needed to do for us to be successful on the day. And I felt as much as we won on penalties that day, we dominated the ball that day. We showed what we were about, and it's about putting that. And again, that was off the back of a season where we had pretty much a lot of opportunity to hone our kind of skills in our game. Obviously, playing at a lower level, with no disrespect to it, it was always going to be tougher to find that consistency this year. But it's something we're going to have to find.
I don't think I've spoken to you since Gordon was confirmed he was going to stay on as Scotland manager. I know you were quite keen for him to continue. Are you pleased with that decision?
Delighted, yeah, because I think he's done. I want to say he's done well since he came in. I think that where I mean that is the players are responding, I think, to what he does. Speaking to Lee about how the camps are and that when they go away, when you hear Darren Fletcher, and I know no player's ever going to come out and criticise a manager, but you can see it's done. There's a real kind of intent to the back end. Like I've seen Fletch speaking about it after games. Speak to Lee about how the training is and how things are going. The players do respond to the manager, and I feel he is the man to take us forward. We do need a break. We do need to improve again. We need to get better. There's no doubt about that. But I feel under Gordon, I think we will.
There is a bit of disillusionment, I think, amongst the supporters though about the way that the campaign's gone, and maybe about Gordon himself. Do you think that they can get behind the team again? Because there's still a few months until the next qualifier.
There's a lot of games to be played, a lot of home games as well, which are going to be crucial. There's no doubt we can still fight our way back into this group. There's no doubt about it, but we need to win our home games. And you look at the group, I don't see any reason why we can't. The ones that have been disappointing, obviously, was not the England game, because I thought the boys done well for an hour in that game, really well. The chances we had in that game alone, I think, were probably more than we've had in any other international. Good goal-scoring opportunities that we should have taken. Especially two right after half-time. Had we taken one of them, I think the game would have taken on a different look. But listen, we've got to move on. But the game against Lithuania obviously was a disappointing result, which again was always going to come under pressure off the back of that result.